several focal points. I truly think that capitalism versus social justice is actually the right way to go about things. Now, what is market economy or capitalism? It's a question of a decision. There's no way that when someone says that capitalism should be scrutinized means that he's against free market. I'm free for a free market. I'm in favor of it, but I'm against the idea of a jungle. I am opposed to the idea that half of the workers in this country have become poor. And therefore, it's very nice, that definition of a market economy or a capitalism. The cynicism in all the definitions is so irresponsible. That is what upsets me. Unfortunately, I won't be able to touch upon all the topics. What about social services? What about the commitment of a government to its citizens? What about a welfare state? What, can you die under the bridge? Because that's the only way in Israel, the thing in Israel that you're not allowed, for example, to do either. Even that you're not allowed. Or people who are evacuated by force from their houses because they defaulted on their mortgages, and then they're vacated from there as well. I mean, there's so many cynical things under the auspices of the law that are happening in Israel. The Minister of Finance is sitting here with us, and he knows that all the rules and lots of those decisions and processes are connected, significantly so, to what the scope of credit is in the economy. That has an effect on everything. And what happened in the State of Israel, that during that process wherein the transit from socialism to capitalism started, they lost the reins of that horse, and they put the savings of the people of Israel onto an altar to be sacrificed, like the golden calf. That is what they did. They took a market that was used to investing in government bonds, and overnight they created a market that's looking and searching for investments. So now they want the people who have all these, there's funds, who suddenly has idle capital and does want to invest in something. So then they invented the idea, and that is the concern. In other words, those are the debentures. We're talking about the corporate bonds. And all this, by the way, was all included in the credit rating when they talk about the haircut law and the audacity that is being mentioned, and the fact that they took away the bread from the poor and the basic rights of people and the basic infrastructure. When they say that when Tshuva gives back $500 million, we should say thank you to him, to the tycoon. Oh, the journalism said, jolly good, he put some money in his pocket. I've also got a debt in the bank. Maybe they could arrange that I'll only give back half and people will say thank you to me. What kind of thing is that? It is totally impossible that a country, and Nehemiah Strasler, you know that as well. Please calm down all these big dramas that you are manufacturing in the sort of this little pool of water, because this thieving has started here. They've built a kind of elite here in Israel that knows everything, and that the government shouldn't get in its way. Let them know, the tycoons. They know how to do it all themselves. Well, excuse me, they know how to do it all? How come? But they don't know how to pay when they fail. How come they don't know how to pay back their debts when they fail, the tycoons? Now, someone, for example, who manages some kind of fund, and some Lev Levayev, for example, comes and says, I need a little bit of money to invest in Eastern Europe. And there, everyone say, okay, super. They all knock at his door, and so they invest in him as well.